Calcutta feels proud to recall its association with Sri Aurobindo. Not only has the city witnessed his birth in the early hours of 15th August 1872, but it has had the unique privilege of being the epicenter of his meteoric political career that swept across the plains of India like a whirlwind and left an enduring mark on the nation's epic struggle for freedom. The Sri Aurobindo and Calcutta Memorial Committee identified places in Calcutta where he had lived and worked. In cooperation with the Calcutta Municipal Corporation, the committee, in which prominent citizens of the city took part, erected memorial slabs at these sites. Sri Aurobindo returned to Bengal in March 1906, and on 6th August of the same year, the Bande Mataram newspaper was founded with Sri Aurobindo as assistant editor. Later that year, he assumed control of its policy. Very soon, the paper became the voice of India's resurgent nationalism, and Sri Aurobindo was arrested in 1907 on the charge of sedition. The memorial plaque at the office of Bande Mataram at 2x1 Creek Row was unveiled on 15th August 1990 by Srimati Kamal Prabha Basu Malik, wife of Raja Subodh Chandra Malik, close friend and confidant of Sri Aurobindo. On 15th August 1906, the Bengal National College opened at 191 by 1 B.B. Ganguly Street with Sri Aurobindo as its first principal. The college marked the beginning in attempts at imparting national education. The plaque was unveiled here on 15th August 1990 by the Vice-Chancellor of Jadavpur University, Dr. Shankar Sen. In June 1907, the Bengal National College moved to 166 B.B. Ganguly Street. It is in these premises that Sri Aurobindo delivered his farewell address to the students of the college on August 23, 1907. If you will study, study for her sake. Train yourselves, body and mind and soul, for her service. Work that she may prosper, suffer that she may rejoice. The memorial plaque was unveiled here by Sri Tarun Dutt, Chief Secretary of the Government of West Bengal, on 15th August 1990. Sri Aurobindo often stayed as Raja Subodh Chandra Mallik's guest at his mansion at 12 Wellington Square till 1907. The ground floor room in the northwest corner facing the square contains many memories, including the claim by inquisitive domestic servants that he was seen levitating. It is in this house that Tagore came to meet Sri Aurobindo with his tribute, Namaskar. It is in this house too that Nalinikanta Gupta first met Sri Aurobindo. The memorial plaque in this building, which today belongs to the Calcutta University, was unveiled on 15th August 1990 by Dr. Bhaskar Rai Chaudhary, Vice-Chancellor. Sri Aurobindo lived for a while in 1907 at 19 by 3 Chakku Khansama Lane. This seems to have been virtually a place of hiding for him, a printing press obscured skillfully the narrow stair that led to his little room. There was also an exit into another lane which facilitated a quiet departure. The memorial plaque was unveiled here by Srimati Kalpana Joshi, veteran freedom fighter, on 15th August 1990. Sri Aurobindo moved in 1908 to 23 Scott Lane. It was here that he met Vishnu Bhaskar Lele once again. But this time he had received the inner command that a human guru was no longer necessary for him. The plaque was unveiled here on 15th August 1990 by Sri Sadhan Dutt, eminent industrialist and devotee. Sri Aurobindo decided to move to the office of Navashakti at 48 Grey Street. At 5 a.m. on 2nd May 1908, Sri Aurobindo was arrested from this house by the police. This was in connection with the abortive attempt by two revolutionaries, Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chaki, to kill the district magistrate of Muzaffarpur, Mr. Kingsford. The memorial plaque in front of this building, now no longer in existence, was unveiled by the Governor of West Bengal, Professor Nurul Hasan, on 2nd May 1990. Fourteen others were arrested from Muraripukur Garden, property of Sri Aurobindo's father, Dr. K.D. Ghose, in connection with the same case. Thus began the now historic Alipore bomb trial. A memorial plaque was unveiled close to the site on 15th August 1990 by the Deputy Mayor of Calcutta Corporation, Sri Moni Shannal. Sri Aurobindo lived as an under-trial prisoner in Alipore jail from 5th May 1908 to 6th May 1909. He spent his time reading the Gita and the Upanishads and in meditation and the practice of yoga. He had the realization of the cosmic consciousness and of Sri Krishna as all beings and in all that is. Deshbandhu Chittaranjan made an impassioned appeal in defense of Sri Aurobindo. Long after he is dead and gone, his words will be echoed and re-echoed, not only in India, but across distant seas and lands. Therefore I say that the man in his position is not only standing before the bar of this court, but before the bar of the High Court of history. After his release from jail and until February 1910, Sri Aurobindo lived at the house of his uncle Sri Krishna Kumar Mitra at 6 Bankim Chatterjee Street, also office of Sanjeevani. The plaque in front of this house was unveiled on 2nd May 1990 by Sri Himanshu Nyogi, President, Sri Aurobindo Path Mandir. Sri Aurobindo started editing 2 magazines, Karma Yogin in English and Dharma in Bengali, in 1909. It is in the office of these newspapers at 4 Shampukur Lane in February 1910 that he received a command from above, go to Chandanur. It is from this office that he left immediately for the jetty and took the boat. A memorial plaque was unveiled in front of this house on 2nd May 1990 by Sri Shorendranath Datta, Vice Chairman Sri Aurobindo Institute of Culture and Chairman National Council of Education. Sri Aurobindo's short stay in Calcutta between March 1906 and February 1910 brought him to the forefront of India's freedom struggle and introduced him to the masses as the poet of patriotism, the prophet of nationalism, and the lover of humanity. He gave numerous public speeches while in Calcutta. On 13th June 1909, at a public speech at Beedon Square, he said, "They must have the firm faith that India must rise and be great, and that everything that happened, every difficulty, every reverse must help and further their end. The trend was upward and the time of decline was over. The morning was at hand, and once the light had shown itself, it could never be night again. The dawn would soon be complete and the sun rise over the horizon. The sun of India's destiny would rise and fill all India with its light and overflow India and overflow Asia and overflow the world. Every hour, every moment could only bring them nearer to the brightness of the day that God had decreed."